Okay, so we've talked about our imaginative narrative circle map. We brainstormed, we've done our flow map, which is our sequence of events. We're in the middle of our sloppy copy. We've already done our opening, covered our first event, our second event. Now we're going to talk about our third event. If you haven't done any of these pieces or you're missing some, then you need to go back to the correct video, depending on where you are in this sequence of steps of writing, and do that first before you watch this video. Okay, so I'm on my third page, and that's okay because I write big. Even if you wrote small and you're on your third page, that means you're writing a fabulous narrative. I'm color coding my opening, my first event, and my second event. Okay, I realize that you can only see a certain amount of my page, so I'm going to start a new page, even though I have some room on the bottom, so that you can get a good example of what I'm doing. All right, let me get this page out of the way. So I'm going back to my thinking map with my third event, and I need to talk about Paisley and Elmo playing. I had some ideas. I know that Paisley likes Legos, hide and seek, or peekaboo. She's big on that. And then she likes to go down the slide at the park. So I have some good ideas to talk about in my third event. So now that their bellies are full, they have a lot of energy to play. Since it's a nice day, they get me to drive them to the park. We all pack up into the car. And get ready to play outside. All they can talk about in the car is what they might do at the park. Okay. We all want to go on the slides first. We must have played or slid for about an hour. Now I know I want to tell some more detail about this. Remember we talked about our code 4 is tell me more. So I'm going to code that right now. I'm not sure, I can't think of any more details right now, and it's okay because it's my sloppy copy. So I'm going to stop there with talking about the slide, and I will add more later as I do some of my revisions. After we rested for a minute, we took turns being it and ran around for the rest of the day. Okay, so that kind of wraps up my third event. And I talked about what we played. Notice I didn't mention Legos. We went to the park and we played hide and seek. So I've got those things and that's fine. I changed my mind, no big deal. You can totally do that. I have a lot of details to go with those things and I definitely stuck with playing at the park. I just decided that I wanted to put myself as the writer, as a character, taking them to the park and playing with them then. Because I know that I said in my closing that I wanted to play with them, but I used that information in my third event because it made more sense. So all I need to do here is I can cross off the decides to play with them and use the rest when we get home. And that's a nice ending or closing for my story. Okay, so I want you, first I have to color code. So this is my third event. So I am going to box this information in purple. I know that my sequence is flowing nicely because my colors match from my thinking map into my paper. So I have my opening is green, my first event is blue, second event is orange, my third event is purple, and now I want you to go and write about your third event in your narrative, and then we'll come back and work on a closing together.